Welcome back to The Fame, your go-to channel for all the latest news and updates on your favorite famous families. Today, we've got some major stories to dive into, so let's get started. First up, we've got a surprising update on Jana Duggar. As we all know, Jana recently tied the knot with Stephen Wissmann in front of 500 guests in a beautiful ceremony in Prairie Grove, Arkansas. But what's caught everyone's attention isn't just the wedding, it's what happened before the big day. Jana shocked fans by breaking her family's famously strict rules when it comes to wedding dresses. And there's more. Her mom, Jessa Duggar, was noticeably absent during a key moment. Stick around as we dive into all the juicy details. Next, we're focusing on a viral photo of Jessa Duggar and her husband Ben Seewald that has fans talking. Some are calling it the look of love, but others have a completely different take. Did Jessa's expression give away more than she intended, or is this just another case of fans reading too much into it? Let's break it down and find out. After that, we're diving into some unexpected news involving counting on alum Ginger Duggar Vuolo. Known for being one of the family's most hardworking daughters, Ginger's latest memoir, Becoming Free Indeed, explores her break from the teachings of the Institute in Basic Life Principles. But things took a strange turn when her book was sexualized by an online store. You won't believe what happened. And finally, we're asking the burning question, will Jim Bob and Jessa Duggar ever experience life as empty nesters? With most of their kids married and out of the house, is the Duggar home finally quieting down, or is there more to the story? We'll be breaking down what their future might look like and whether they're ready to focus on just each other for the first time in decades. So, if you're ready for all the Duggar drama, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's jump right into it. So Jana Duggar, known for her conservative upbringing and famously modest lifestyle, seems to be distancing herself from her family's traditional values, at least when it comes to her wedding dress choices. In a recent YouTube vlog post, we saw Jana, along with her sisters Jessa Seewald and Joy Anna Forsyth, shopping for her wedding dress. Fans were quick to notice that Jessa Duggar was not present during this special moment, raising some serious questions. Now, the real buzz started when Jana tried on 6 different wedding dresses. And boy, did she surprise everyone. First, she stunned in a beautiful off-the-shoulder gown, followed by a sleeveless lace dress. But what really had fans talking was dress number 3, an eye-popping backless number that goes completely against the Duggar family's modesty standards. Comments exploded online, with one fan hilariously speculating, "Just imagine Jim Bob and Michelle's faces if Jana had chosen that dress." Another fan chimed in, saying they were shocked Jana even tried it on, let alone kept it in the video. This choice left many wondering if Jana is intentionally stepping away from her family's strict rules now that she's married and starting a new life with Stephen. But that's not all. Jessa Duggar's absence from the dress shopping event raised even more eyebrows. Fans speculated whether this is a sign that Jana is distancing herself from her parents, especially given that Michelle used to be very hands-on with wedding preparations during the family's TLC show days. Some viewers even suggested that Michelle only took on those Mother of the Year duties when the cameras were rolling, and now that they're off, she's no longer interested. It's definitely interesting to see how Jana Duggar is slowly breaking away from the rules that defined her for so long. From her daring wedding dress choices to her mom's unexpected absence, it seems like there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. Could this be the beginning of a larger rift between Jana and her family? Only time will tell. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think Jana is truly distancing herself from her family? And what do you make of Michelle's absence from this key moment in Jana's life? Next, we're focusing on a viral photo of Jessa Duggar and her husband Ben Seewald that has fans talking. Some are calling it the look of love, but others have a completely different take. Did Jessa's expression give away more than she intended, or is it just another example of fans reading too much into her resting face? Let's break it down. Jessa Duggar recently shared a seemingly innocent photo of her and Ben, but boy, did it spark a wildfire of reactions. The picture, which was supposed to capture a sweet romantic moment between the two, quickly became a topic of debate online. Viewers pointed out that Jessa's expression appeared less than affectionate, leading to a flood of comments questioning the state of their marriage. Many fans speculated that her facial expression said it all. some suggesting it was post-kiss clarity, while others took it even further, calling it post-nut clarity. One comment joked, "She looks at him like, did I really marry this guy?" Others noticed what seemed like a constant look of disgust, with one fan remarking, "She grimaces every time she looks at him. It's so sad." And it didn't stop there. Theories continued to pour in, with fans recalling Ben's cringeworthy attempt at a rap career, which some believe might have given Jessa the ick she's never been able to shake. One viewer hilariously said, "We all got the ick when he did that." But it's not all about Ben. Some believe Jessa's resting face might be more about her general discomfort with public displays of affection, recalling moments from their time on the show when Jessa openly admitted she's not the romantic type. One fan shared, "I think her brain is wired differently than what the cult expects. She's just not the lovey-dovey type, and it shows." Other viewers also raised concerns about their dynamic, pointing out that Jessa seems to handle most of the manual labor, whether it's building her kids' beds or running the household. Fans commented on how Ben doesn't seem to take on the traditional masculine role that's typically upheld in their community. One person even said, "It's like she's trying to convince herself she's blissfully happy, but I have eyeballs." As much as the Duggar are known for their conservative and traditional views on marriage, this photo has opened the door to a different narrative. One that suggests Jessa might be carrying more of the emotional and physical load in their relationship. So what do you think, Fame Fam? Are fans overanalyzing Jessa's facial expressions, or does this picture hint at deeper issues in her marriage with Ben? Whether it's the ick factor from Ben's old rap days or the weight of their traditional roles, this picture has certainly left the internet buzzing. Then we're diving into some rather unexpected news involving Counting on alum Ginger Duggar Vuolo. Known as one of the Duggar family's most hardworking daughters, Ginger has already released several books, including children's literature and her recent memoir, Becoming Free Indeed. But in a strange turn of events, her memoir, which touches on her disentanglement from the strict teachings of the Institute in Basic Life Principles, IBLP, has been caught up in some controversy. Fans were shocked when her book was sexualized by an online store. You won't believe what happened. Ginger's memoir, Becoming Free Indeed, explores her journey away from the Duggar family's strict religious upbringing under the IBLP, offering her perspective on personal growth and freedom from restrictive beliefs. The book has gained attention for its insightful take on faith and freedom, but no one expected it to make headlines for something like this. It all started when fans on Reddit discovered a surprising mishap. A Reddit user shared that they had searched for Becoming Free Indeed online, but to their shock, the book's cover had been swapped with the erotic novel 50 Shades Freed. That's right, a mix-up led Ginger's deeply religious memoir to be accidentally displayed under the cover of a steamy romance. Naturally, this bizarre mistake left fans scratching their heads and rolling with laughter. Reddit users didn't hold back their reactions. Some found the error absolutely hilarious, with comments like, "I just spit my drink out. That's hilarious. Edit, I do wonder if Ginger has read 50 Shades. As a fan of the 50 Shades series, this is so funny to me. I have to send this to my sister lol. That's beautiful." No notes. Despite the comical nature of the error, fans couldn't help but speculate on how this mix-up even occurred. Was it a simple glitch on the store's end, or was someone trolling? Either way, it definitely brought an unexpected twist to Ginger's memoir promotion. So what do you think? Was this just a funny mix-up or a sign that the internet truly works in mysterious ways? Either way, Ginger's book has certainly grabbed attention for a reason no one could have predicted. Finally, we're asking the burning question, will Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar ever experience life as empty nesters? With most of their kids married off, you'd think the Duggar house would finally be a little quieter. But is that really the case? Stick around as we break down what their future might look like without a house full of kids, and whether these two are ready to focus on just each other for the first time in decades. While it might seem like Jim Bob and Michelle are nearing the typical empty nester phase, the reality for them might be quite different. As much as they've raised 19 children, many of their grown kids still seem to have a firm grip on the Duggar family property. Take Jana Duggar, for example. Since her husband, Josh, has been incarcerated, she and their children have been living at the Duggar compound. This means Jim Bob and Michelle will never really have a fully empty home, as their grandkids are a near constant presence. Fans of the family have also pointed out how Jim Bob has meticulously set things up so that his children remain financially dependent on him. Even as they marry and move out, many end up building homes or placing trailers right on Duggar land. This ensures the Duggar will always have family around, even as more children leave the nest. Some even speculate that one or more of their kids will eventually move back in full-time, keeping Jim Bob and Michelle far from the traditional concept of an empty house. But what does this mean for their relationship? Without the constant distraction of managing a full house of young children, Jim Bob and Michelle will inevitably spend more time alone together. There's been some buzz about how their dynamic might shift once once the family buffer is removed? Will Jim Bob smother Michelle with attention now that he has no other focus? Or will Michelle find herself overwhelmed and even secretly resentful? After all, they have little to share beyond their devotion to their faith and their role as parents. On the flip side, others believe the couple will transition smoothly. After all, Jim Bob and Michelle seem to share an understanding of their roles in their marriage. Michelle's naturally submissive nature aligns perfectly with the fundamentalist teachings they've both followed for years. This compatibility may explain how they've stayed married for so long without signs of friction, unlike some of their children who show cracks in their marriages. And let's not forget that Jim Bob and Michelle remain active in their community and faith. Between church activities, Bible studies, and frequent visits from their children and grandchildren, they'll likely stay busy even without all the kids at home. Plus, Jim Bob's penchant for real estate and rental properties will probably keep him occupied, meaning Michelle might even get some precious alone time. So, will Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar ever really be empty nesters? It seems unlikely given the constant rotation of family members, grandkids, and a never-ending stream of activity at the Duggar compound. Whether their relationship will thrive or face new challenges without the kids at home remains to be seen. What do you think? Will Jim Bob and Michelle embrace their new phase of life with ease, or will the lack of distractions cause friction in their marriage?